Okay, welcome to my playthrough and commentary of the Vespers host dungeon. I will attempt the solo flawless. Don't know how that's going to go, but it's not a guide. This is basically a commentary. I'll mention some stuff as I go through, and if I think of something to share, some advice or tips or whatever, then I'll obviously go over that. Share the builds that I'm running as I'm running them. So to start with, I open up with the classic meta titan at the minute. So I've got an assassin syntheseps consecration build, the triple consecrations running the glacial quake and glacier nade because it's stasis season. There are a few moments through this this whole dungeon that can catch you out. There are one or two basically on each encounter. Generally the dungeon's not so bad, especially for the solo. It feels pretty comfortable other than these small moments. So I'll sort of mention those as I go through as well, the things that have caught me out in the past. But at the moment it seems to be the big boss on the first encounter, the large brig. He's just very, very tanky, and you don't get a lot of time to take him out when you're trying to hold the nuke. I've dunked that with a second remaining before, which has been a bit close. I don't actually know if those explode and wipe you, or whether it's just a despawn mechanic and then you have to go and pick it up again, but I haven't risked it, so we shall see. Oh, that's easy. I didn't really go over the build too much other than the subclass here, so I'm running the Ergo Sum with the Risk Runner Arc Conductor exotic perk. This thing is absolutely insane. And that was a nice quick first phase here. Found the one that you shouldn't shoot straight away. Otherwise, I've just got the Dungeon Grenade Launcher, Cascade Bait and Switch. There's a really nice roll there on my... What did I do wrong? Did I miss one? Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's a nice roll out of this. I haven't used it too much, but it's a 150, which are obviously doing quite well at the moment. I don't really make much use of it in this dungeon right now. It's pretty much just there because it's on the other build. So, but yeah, that's the entry encounter done. Nice and easy. I try and get through these sections as quick as I can because obviously solo flawless is quite hard and you spend a lot of time dead. So if I can get through these a bit faster, then it's a win, right? Just like that. Who needs to shoot anything? And then for the second encounter, sorry, the first encounter, I suppose. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that's a good start. Run that back. So yeah, for the first encounter, I do pretty much the same build, and yeah, I don't actually change anything. It's just the same build. The consecration basically carries you through, and the Ergo Sum gets you through all of the ad clear that you might need. So between Ergo Sum and the consecration slam, the build has major and elite deletion as well as a really good ad clear. Then later on, so for a platforming section, I always go back to my Strand Titan with the grapple. So I've got a mountaintop and an eager edge sword. I still use syntheseps for some, there are some combat moments in even in the platforming section, so it's nice to have synthos. And then for the final boss, if we do make it that far without doing stupid stuff like that, yeah, I go back to Solar Titan. Actually, it's really nice to have the restoration and the healing nades. It's something that Prismatic Titan can't give you, which is probably a good thing. Otherwise, I'd never use anything else. I don't know how I'll how I'll format the video yet, so this might be you know, I might include that first bit. I may cut it out and do a sort of a blooper section, but that wasn't too long. It was only a couple of minutes, so I'm sure I'll just include it and we can run this back, because there was a lot of introduction and key information there, so I'll probably keep that in the video. But you got to start strong, haven't you? Hey, so there's one. Not that one. Easy. So I did actually attempt the day one as well on contest mode. The team and I got to the final boss, so we did make it to the boss. We really just struggled with the damage he was outputting. We barely made it to DPS phase. It was all. Why did I dunk that? Yeah, we barely made it to damage. It was really hard to even get that far. But I have come back and cleared it since. So you know, obviously non-contest mode, it's a lot easier. To say I'm working on the solo flawless now.
Critic scan failed. Your gear is out of order.
Alright, let's pick up where we left off, and maybe I'll be a little more careful on that bomb section. I accidentally fell down there once. The way I do it, the reason I do it that way is because I did actually fall down there once and unintentionally get through unscathed, and that has become the way I do it now. But obviously things like that still happen, so be a little more careful, seeing as this is a solo flawless. Let's not do silly things like jump straight down, kill ourselves. Ooh. Okay. That's not there, is it? Over there. Oh, well, it's fine. I can go straight past this one. Okay, first encounter. This is where we should have got to. Yeah, as I said, nothing really changes. I keep the same build. Imminence is still nice. Ergo Sum does most of the ad clear. This is really useful for taking out the Briggs and some of the invisible, I forget what they're called, but the larger elite enemies. But otherwise, it's Consecration, and we'll see how we go. Oh, I forget that you have to reboot the system, not just stand near it. There we go. Open up with a couple of Consecrations. That should take the guy out. Other stuff. Sometimes you get a spawn of the yellow, scanner enemy up the side. I don't know whether that's issues loading in the ship or just a chance to happen. But as you can see, the Risk Runner sword is just tearing through the ads. If you don't have one, I really do recommend going to get one. I wonder if I can cascade some stuff over there. Because you do have to kill all the ads for the door to open. See how much I actually managed to do. He's gone, that's nice. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah. Tears through those guys. 20 seconds, I should be able to identify which ones not to shoot in that time. Unless these guys have something to say about that. Okay, so not that one. 10 seconds, I'm not going to risk it. Quickly dunk that and pick it back up. So, not the third one there. Yes to that one. Not that one, okay. So not the third one and not the right one over there. It's just the easiest way to remember that. Grab red. You'll have to excuse me calling them red and yellow and not just their proper names. It's the way I've always done it. Okay, 1, 2, not the third one. 1, 2, brilliant, dunk that. Okay, so yeah, I always start with this one because I find it's the most complex room. I think it's one of the furthest away from the actual main room, and especially on the final encounter where you have to kill the large brig. You need all the time in the world, so I actually I finish with what I would call the easiest room, which is the one on the right side. I finish with that because it is by far the easiest and the closest to the boss room. It gives you the most time, and even then, it's not always guaranteed that you'll have a huge amount of time. Where that I'm wasting time here on that. But this should be fine, nice and comfortable. Get through here, get a slam on to get that health back. Thank you, knockout. We've actually run out of concentration just there, but that's why we have the grenade launcher. Plenty of time here, so I'll just make sure the ads are clear. Get that first dump done. On to the second room. This room is slightly easier, but you've still got a bit of distance to get back to the final room, so I do prefer saving that other one till last. Just quickly zip up here. Should have propped bait and switch now, so we get cascade bait going. Tear through those guys. I love this gun, absolutely fantastic. Okay, and as you see, I'm not really using the SMG very much. I could probably switch this out for, and in fact I probably will, switch this out for a sniper or something with some precision damage if I do struggle to take that brig down. That actually helps me get through. Once I get through his faceplate, it helps me hit the crit spot a little bit. So let me see if I can quickly grab something from the vault. Okay, maybe not. That's fine. We'll just go for it, and that will be a lesson learned if I don't make it. So let's have a little look at these. No. Yeah. It's nice when they're together. It's nice and easy to remember, but it's not too bad. One and not this one. Okay, so we're not shooting the left one over there, and we are not shooting this one here. Fine, and I'm actually out of ergo some ammo, so I'm going to quickly chuck this down and get a bit more ammo generating. Like this. So, Z, this one, not that one, that one, that one. That one. I couldn't remember if it was to shoot that one or not to shoot that one. That's the issue with doing a commentary, is you're not really focusing on what you're doing all the time when you're talking. So forgive me there. I'm gonna dunk operator on my way through, but I really wanted to pick up the bomb because you don't get a lot of time. I'm 6, that's fine. Let's quickly take this guy out and get this going, that going. I did want to take out that guy with the GL, but obviously accuracy is a ongoing issue. There we go. That's nice. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. I've fallen down that a few times. Right, let's get that guy out of here. Let's get that guy out of here. How are we doing for time? We are fine. 40 seconds is plenty to take out the smaller brig. That would have been an issue if we were dealing with the large one, but the small one is not a problem here. Just drop this down here, get a couple of concentrations off, and that should be enough. That one. Okay, I thought that second one would, but clearly we're fine, and I'm going to put this in the middle. Every step counts. That one's slightly closer. Okay, so this is the bit, if there is ever a bit. As I mentioned, each of these encounters has a bit of a moment where it can catch you, and this is definitely the one. But until you pick that bomb up, you've got all the time in the world, so this is definitely the time to remember to just chill out a bit. Now I've got a second, I may just go back into my vault, see if I can grab a sniper. I do have critical anomaly. I'm going to maybe grab that. Chill Clip Chaos. No, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I have the supremacy with... Do I want kinetic tremors? I might go bait and switch. Bait and switch supremacy. I know it's only 1990, but that should be fine. So obviously now I add clear as all on the sword, and I do need some ammo so that I can use the sniper to shoot the walls. But again, at this moment I've got all the time in the world, so if I just need to take a second to get some ammo, that's absolutely fine. additionally kill these guys. The good thing about these infinite spawning enemies is it's infinite ergo sum ammo when you hit them with your transcendent grenade. Okay, just gonna wait for a green drop. Really do need some energy ammo, otherwise there wasn't a lot of point in switching over to the sword, sniper. There we go. 4 shots, plenty. Okay, if I don't get a brick out of these next couple, I may switch back to imminence. Yeah, okay. Nice idea, but I think I'm going to go back to imminence just for the ammo. Let's get this scanning done. Okay, so not on the right. Right pillar's good. Not left pillar. So not right and not left pillar. Unavailable. What have I done? Did I run through the door? I must have lost it. It's fine. So, right pillar's good. 2 doors are good. Alright, start this, and then we start the timer, and this is when it gets real. Again, this is very tight for timing here. You need to basically just make sure you have the bomb as much as possible. You know, you can always clear down your radiation stacks. You can't always clear down... Well, you can't clear down. Give yourself more time on the nuclear core, so you really need to make sure you're holding it as much as you can, and you're only dropping it when you're dealing damage, because this guy has a lot of health. I'm going to open up with the consecrations. Unfortunately, I have used one, and I don't have my transcendent up just yet. I'm going to see how we go for a bit of damage. I do have transcendence now. How long have I got? 40 seconds, plenty of time there. I don't die to the missiles, and that's a bit of a problem. Obviously it's better, this is why I wanted the sniper, because it's better to do precision damage here, but we got through that pretty comfortably. And I'm just going to run this into the end. Health shouldn't be an issue, but I will obviously... There we go. Okay, that's first encounter done. As I said, that can be a bit of a problem, but I think talking it through helped me remember that I needed to focus on the timing. I have been there before with 1 second remaining, but that was pretty comfortable that time. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. The only change I make here is I quickly just switch over to an eager edge sword. This this next section, just it's nice to get through a little faster in some of the corridors. Gets you out of trouble. You won't aggro these guys if you don't double jump. So it's a time save. You can kill them. It's only vandals, but I prefer to just zip through. Dribble them. Okay, so next part, take the power from there. I don't know if anyone knows or needs a guide on this, but what I tend to do is just power that off, so I've got the 2 power reserves here, get through there and just, I tend to block as I walk backwards. I don't know how much it actually helps. Turn that off, go through here, hello. And then I get myself through here. So I've opened up the way through. I think that's actually pretty much all the power you need. Did I miss one? Ah, I missed one, yes. So then you pull this out of here, which allows you to walk through to that side again. And that is the 1 power you need to get through this door at the end for the first dunk. So we'll quickly run through here. Get rid of these guys, they don't respawn. Okay, you're supposed to be dead, but it's fine. Power that on, and we'll get dunk number 1. Nuclear core. Dunk number... You would, wouldn't you? So the boss doesn't normally do that. In which case, I'm going to pull power out of here and run round to the left. It's fine, we can just go back through this way, okay. What? How did he still have line of sight? So yeah, I opened this door up, which is useful. So now we can get around this way for dunk number 2. Normally I go back around this way, but the boss was obviously there, so you've got your options. You can go either way. Quickly take this guy down, grab that core, and hopefully the boss isn't babysitting this. Be a bit risky otherwise, but he is, but we're fine. Once I'm through here, he should leave to start watching the other door. Get these jolts out, take these guys down, obviously. Right. Get the nuclear core, take the power. We're going straight for the door over there. Get the popping, skipping, and jumping. We're through. Now I did want to take that power out as I went through the door, but it was on cooldown, so just you stand there for a second. Nice. I'm going to pre-open this door and then just pull the power as I go through. Boss is right there. It's really useful. Get behind this, break line of sight. And I'm just going to pull power again. Yeah, clear. Move on. So if you wanted to take a bit more time, you could actually go through. There's a door there that takes you out to a room here. I find that I don't often need to do that. I can just run through here unless the boss does his that mechanic too early. If he does that too early, then I like to just take an extra second to clear that down and get through safely. But we are good, and that gets us through here. Dunk number 5. The boss will come through to try and kill you one last time. This was brutal on contest mode as well. This was really hard. Okay. And we're through. So this is on to our first slight switch around in the... What am I doing? In the loadouts. It's not a big change, but I'll go through it as we get there. Now and I mentioned these moments, the moments that will kill you in each encounter. So the first one was just the timing on that large brig. On this one, I find it's the explosive shanks. That's the only real pressure you have here. There's not a huge time pressure. You can go up when you're ready. Just kill the machinist. You know, dealing damage. You have 4 phases, and if you do it clean, you can do it in 2. So the actual change I make here is I go from a Synthos Assassin build over to a Star Eater Inmost Light. I find that the Star Eater will buff the Behemoth Super further than a Syntheseps exotic will. So that is the main change here. It does put me too high on strength, so I might just quickly switch this over. Can't afford it. Love that. I want Reaper Bomber. Get rid of Bomber maybe. Don't find I'm using Bomber too much. Okay, cool. Back to the 300s, and then I also switch out for Tractor Cannon, meaning that I will do this, this, and this. I found that this Perfect Paradox, and it's not exclusive to Perfect Paradox, I think it's just shotguns in general, really good at dealing with the shanks. You can one-shot them from a lot further away than you think with a shotgun. I think the common conception is that shotguns are point blank. You can get a bit of range out of these, and those explosive shanks, you can take them down and you don't even take damage. It's how far away you can blow them up. So it's a nice consistent one shot, and it's pretty safe as well. But that is actually how one of my previous runs ended. Is one got a bit too close, and I didn't think to run away. I just shot it. The problem when you're in the middle of it is you'll just do the first thing that comes to your head, and sometimes that's not always the right thing to do. Let's go Transcendent. The main thing here is just the consecration for the ad clear. Pop Transcendent, and there's enough ads that you can kind of keep that going, unless you do that. The other thing I've noticed in this encounter is actually that the machinist can take a while to spawn sometimes. and I don't know if that's just the encounter or whether it's a case of, you know, there's a prerequisite to getting him to spawn, and that maybe I just don't get it. Maybe it's clearing a certain amount of the ads, 3 waves of ads or something. But heading up here in the teleport with a transcendent grenade is really nice. I like the suspend that you can get here. But yeah, so the first stress here is just getting rid of all of those explosive shanks. And once they're all done, so there's 1 more remaining, and that's how I died last time, as I just missed that last one and he got on top of me. So now that they're done, it's just slowly working your way through the shanks. I like to take out this left side, seeing as they have a bit of an angle on you. And then I'll just, wow, I was going to say I'll just glacier nade those guys, but managed to whiff that really spectacularly. Might just take a bit of time to recover some health. You know, in an encounter like this, right now you can take your hands off the keyboard, and providing you don't get hit by a bomb, you've got all the time in the world. And I think that's something people forget in a you know, a solo dungeon is you actually do have a lot of opportunity just to take a breather and get some time. Just watch these bombs coming through. If one's coming straight for you, you can shoot it pretty easily. They don't have a lot of health, these bombs, so you know, if you are in a pinch, you don't have to hide. You can just shoot them. Wait for the next round of bombs to come over. Grab this on the way through. Okay. Quickly dunk this down here. Split him up. And we'll see what numbers we're dealing with. I like to note it down as well in the chat if I get a second. So we're dealing with 2 and... Ooh, I didn't see that. 2 and 4. Okay. So I get through to here, a bit of a safe zone, quick 2 and 4 in the chat, and then I run through. Now I'm quite low on health, so I'm going to quickly glacier and shotgun that just to get some ads cleared, and then I'll start consecration slams again just to get the health back. I originally did this with the Syntheseps Assassin build, so you were killing the Machinist a lot quicker with the consecration, and obviously every slam like that turned me invisible, just a lot more, gave me a lot more time just to relax, and made it a lot more safe. But I definitely find that I would rather 2-phase the boss with the Star Eaters than 3 or 4-phase the boss with a safer build. I'd rather get out of here faster. So we're going to go straight up again. We've got some nice transcendent energy there for the grenade when we get up top. Again, I like to just hit them straight away with that grenade. Make sure that I just take a few of these out of the action immediately. So there's that guy done. Get that one, so that's 1, 2. I think there are 4. He's a bit close. That one's close as well. And that's what I should have done last time, is jump up and backwards, but last time I just shot it in the face. Right, so that's dealt with. Seemed like there were more than 4. I don't actually know how many there are, but... Okay, nice. I've got Volt Shot working for me now, which is good. I kind of missed that last time, where I didn't really proc Volt Shot very well. So that's nice. The viral carrier approaches, which means the blue is out. Put the Volt Shot on him. Ran out. It's fine. Okay. So I'm going to run through here, grab this again, wait for him to shoot those bombs, and then just dump this down there. Should have a range. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, what are we dealing with? 7, 9. 7 and 9. And although it's fresh information, I'd like to just I don't like to take the risk, so I will just bang it in the chat again. 7, 9, so now I know everything I'm dealing with. I'll get a couple of consecrations off here just to clear the ads. I don't like doing this red buff part with a load of ads about. Okay, so 2, 4, 7 and 9. I think a lot of that's around this side. 7, 2, 9, and then we've got 4 just around here. I'm going to get another consecration off just for a bit of safety, and 4 is there. That should despawn all the ads. Then we just have this guy to deal with, so a quick shotgun, grab that and dump this here. Dash away when he drops the bombs. Okay, give that a tractor cannon and pop the super. And you'll see how lucky we are with the shatter. Sometimes they really spread out, sometimes they stay fairly close together. We'll see how we do. I'm looking for about half the health bar, but we'll see how we go. I might get a consecration off before they come back together. Okay, not quite half, but that's fine. Again, it really depends how lucky you get with the consecration slams there. A little breakpoint in there so I don't lose myself. And that again, so that's the rotation really, not rotation, but that's the format of how that works and how I go about doing that. It's the last time I got to this point and the run ended because again the explosive shank got on top of me. So you know it's not always enough just knowing what you're doing. Sometimes you've got to have a bit of luck on your side as well. I think the commentary format, whilst I am slightly distracted when I'm trying to remember things, is going to help me keep focused on the poor gameplay loop. Okay, so we're out of slams, so we go transcendent. I like to use the 3 before I pop just to clear some of the ants down. Okay, machine priest is here. Get another one of them out. Them. Should be able to finish him off with the primary. There we go. Nice bit of energy, and I'll take that tangle up with me as well. That's nice. Pop the tangle there, pop that there. Deal with that shank and switch to the shotgun. 2 more incoming. One, as I said, this shotgun, you'd be surprised at the range these things have. It should be all of them, so now we'll switch over. I did have a transcendent nade I could have used there, but I was focused on using the shotgun. Let's quickly bulk shot this guy, just get him down. Bulk this guy. Bulk shot's really nice on this. When you have a shorter range weapon, like, you know, I'm really pushing the range of this SMG here. But the Volt Shot just helps to add a bit more damage, so even when you have some damage loss from the... excuse me. Even if you have damage loss from being slightly out of range, it's really useful just to add that extra bit of damage off at range. 8-1? Like 8 and 1. Sensible thing to do would be to check. I'm fairly confident. 8 and 1. Quickly chuck this down, get a shotgun off, finish him. And back to it. So I'm missing a lot of light energy here, so a couple of slams should sort that out. Failing that, I do have my primary. This should be, there we go, transcendent energy. And that's another really nice thing about this build, using, I mean I used to run it with the shackle grenade, but seeing as it's a lot of stasis this season, I've switched over to glacier nade. You know, the consecrations, you have all the light energy in the world, and pairing that with the darkness grenade, especially the crystals give you so much. It's nice, you can always top off your transcendent energy if you find that you're missing one thing or another. Okay, so we're heading up top again with some nice transcendent energy. Might just get a slam out here. Gives me another grenade. Are we looking good? I think we've got them all. So again, just going to start dealing with these shanks on this side, seeing as they have an angle. The bombs there caught me out a little. Couple more guys, I should be able to glacier that. There we go. Just tag him. Might be slightly out of range. Alright, we are good. 3. And who are you? 4. 3 and 4. There we go. Head down, as I said, get a slam off, just clear some of these ads. Hate it when that happens. Just get rid of that guy as well. I don't like some of these more bulky guys running around. Okay. 8, 1, 3 and 4, so I know 4 is here, I know 3 is here, and 1 is there. So, oh, and 8 is there. I don't think that's happened before. Nice. Okay, bombs. Take this guy down. I have got feast times 6, which is nice. Oh, that was risky. Let's quickly get out of the way of that. Okay, take this guy down, get one more of those, and straight into the slams. So this is likely to be a 3-phase unless I get some absolute miracle going on with a shatter. That's fine. I probably should have popped the tonic as well. There is a tonic that makes you do more damage with your crystals. I really should have thought about that. But we live and learn. As I said, this is not a guide, it's just a commentary, so you will see my thoughts, my success and my mistakes as we go. One more slam off and then we'll pop the Transcendence. Okay, or no slam. Should have popped the Trench Barrel as well, which is something I've got on this. So I get a nice Consecration Slam off and just follow up with the Perfect Paradox as well. Not as much Transcendence energy this time, but I should have enough to get at least one good grenade off. Or send it down the hole and absolutely whip it. So I really need to focus on these shanks now. I know I've got one coming up on the left, two in front, and we're good. It's a bit risky. I'm actually going to use the Glacier Nade as a bit of cover here while I deal with these. Shatter gets them. It's fine. Get the Consecration. That's the other good thing about the Glacier Nade. It is really good as like an emergency barricade. I do have Shoot to Loot, so I can quickly grab that orb for some health. Don't normally approach from this side. Quickly grab this and then have to dive out the way of these bombs. Can't quite see, I think that was one, but I'll double check. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. Okay, and then down here, grab this, bang. And straight back into it. Consecrations, and then the Transcendence. So much ammo on the floor. Okay, that's the end of the Consecration, so we'll then go Transcendent and carry on. That's a slam to nobody there. I weave in the grenades here and there because they're really good to get your Consecrations back. If I go for another slam here, that seemed to work out quite well last time. I might have a couple more. Yeah, still incoming. Yeah, it didn't feel like a really quick slam that. I think we are good. And I actually have another Transcendent Grenade to go out. That's really nice. If you can get up here with a couple of spare ones, that's really nice. That's a nice jolt there. Could be the last shank. Okay. Split. 5 and where are you? Might be that one? Yeah, 4. 5 and 4. One, 4, 5, 6. Slam this guy. And that guy, you don't want him knocking about. Okay. Grab this. So we've got 4 and 1. 5 and 6 around this side. 2, 5, 6. Okay. Dunk this. I'm going to be a little late to picking up scanner this time. Watch out for the bombs. Watch out for more bombs. Dash back out of that. There should be plenty, however, to deal with the finishing off of the boss. Unless you do that. That was really silly. That was really silly. I didn't mean to primary click that. But we'll see how we go. They should start popping. Time to finish them off. Is there a couple more? A couple more. I think at this point you've got all the time in the world, but I wouldn't. I'm not 100%. There we go. Yeah, looks like that gives you a lot of time once they start popping, which is nice. Okay. That's further than my last run, which is good. This is the part where I will now just switch over to the platforming build. This is the Titan I use to get through a lot of the platforming sections. The grapple is a lifesaver. I actually did save my run. The last time I did this, in this section, I messed up a jump and managed to just grapple back up to a platform. Absolutely saved the run. Okay, so let's get through this section. This can be a little bit close for comfort at times. Some of these enemies are a little tanky when you take off your consecration build. Obviously it's something I use quite a lot, so to not have that is a strange gameplay loop to get back into. Might take these guys out down here, seeing as I can shoot through that. That's mid reload, that's good timing. Come on. Here we go. Right. I like to use the mountaintop here, and I've also got what even is that perk? Overflow. It's like the pickup special gets 2 ammo perk. Yeah. Mountaintop's nice for that. Overflow harmony, so if I grab a green brick and get a couple of kills with another weapon, just you know, damage boosted and a couple of shots in the mag. Get through here. I think when I do that, I get a nice tangled chuck, which gets me through this section a little faster. Chuck that and grapple. Jump off here, and I'm looking for this platform. Still a bit spicy, but we're good. Chuck that in there. Another one. These guys are still coming for me. We good? No? Are they done? Okay. This is where I play it a lot slower and a lot more safe than, you know, when I'm running the Consecration Titan. It's back here. Consecration is a real, it's a real crutch. Okay, and I don't yet have my super, but there is a section, is it here? No. There is a section just past here where I have to deal with, that's not good, where you have to deal with a boss, or a mini boss at least, and it's not particularly fun without a super, but I'm almost there. Yeah, here. Almost there, so I'm just going to add here, get my Banner of War going. Boosts my melee damage. Get that stacking up a little bit, and then I'll go for a couple of melees, get rid of these guys, seeing as I've got Synthoceps propped. And there's the super. Slightly out of range for Synthoceps, which is kind of annoying. I might rotate around this guy so that I can pick it back up. Yeah. Okay, I'm out, so I'm going to quickly jump back out of the room here. Out of the mess. Okay, and I've got my... I could probably finish him off with a couple of slaps. Yeah, there he goes. Not safe yet, though. Some of these guys can still be a bit lethal. There's a guy there. Shouldn't have really used the grapple there. I might need that for this section. It should come back quick enough, especially if I have, I think, woven mail. Get my ability back faster. I'm going to go for a rocket jump over to that. And an eager edge over. Should be able to make that with the Titan. Nice. And then before I have also skipped this section with a rocket jump, but I don't know if I want to risk it, but do it for the content. No, I'm just going to go back here. I don't want to risk that. Got so far. And this is a slightly risky one as well, because there's just these small platforms to land on, and it's really not that hard if you're not worried about it. And but okay, so I think next plan of action, I'm going to go for a rocket jump into an eager edge and just forget about them. Or a slap. Ooh. My goodness. I really know how to make that look stressful. Okay, so we're through. That's another one of those moments you can just throw the runaway on a dumb jump. But we're through, and we're into the worst part of the entire run, the final boss. This is hard. This is really hard, and it's not so much the DPS, although that is long. It's all of the pre-boss mechanics.
That exoframe is the center of the corruption.
But I'll talk you through what I do, and how I go. Don't want to die to that, as this is a flawless run. Okay, and then this is the largest loadout shift of the run. So I switch over to my Titan here with still running the Synthos because it's a Titan and that's pretty much the only exotic that exists. Here I run Grand Overture, as a lot of people are doing. I do have an Arc Scav. I don't have the Surge on. I think just trying to pick up an orb while you're doing everything else is too much stress. So I've got a Shoot to Loot Frenzy Parabellum just to try and help me, you know, with the ad clear. It's a really nice weapon. The Lost Signal I've got for a bit of extra damage. It's auto-loading. The One for All is more for ad clear, but pairing it with the this one here, the Concussive Reload, it weakens the boss. So not only is it tick damage, it's also weakening the boss. So tend to open with the Lost Signal and then go in with the Grand Overture. That's quite nice. I've seen people use shotguns and basically just forget about the debuff for, like the weaken. But I like the weaken, and so I'll run with that and see how we go. So I just clean up the inventory a little bit here. But yeah, basically this is not Consecration. So I have actually I haven't got that on. It's Soul Invictus and Roaring Flames. So it's a traditional just bonk hammer Titan. You know, this really is the fallback plan whenever you struggle with content, staying alive. This is a real, just the best version of a Titan out there. As fun as the Consecration is, as fun as the Behemoth is, not particularly useful in this boss format. So you see where this guy spawns. Nice, he's here. Try and get these guys, and actually in this the moment that got me last time was actually these guys. They surrounded me and I died to just radiation. That's what got me last time. So I'll quickly put this down in the center, see if they both come for me again. Try and get 2 for 1. Nice. Chuck that down and get rid of this. You can just see how hard the restoration is carrying here. And obviously you make the sunspot, so you can go in and just top off your restoration whenever you want. So while you're ad clearing, you know, with this build, you should have resto up at all times, and that just takes a lot of the stress out of it. Okay, so it is 2, and I'm going to quickly dump this over here. Get that out of here. Start shooting some 2s. This is still, I'm not too familiar where all of these are, so it will take me a second, so I'm sorry if you're screaming at your screen right now. You know where all of these are, but I'm not super familiar myself. And again, not a guide, but a commentary, but if you don't know, then these lights tell you which way the boss has gone. There's only 2 rooms down below, and it tells me that he's in this room to start with, so you jump down and go and see what he's up to. I do like to take this servitor out to start with because he's just a bit annoying. Get these guys down, and then I should be into this room with 15 seconds of restoration. And straight into the red buff. And we'll get these shot. Okay, so those guys are over that side at the minute, so I'm not going to worry too much right now. They'll probably come over this way. And then I will... Okay, so I'm going to have to pick up some radiation here just to get this last one. And then I'm going to go and quickly dunk red and pick up yellow. Okay, so I'm at ×5 radiation. I need to be a little careful. Grab this, find out which one's which. It's this one. Lovely. That's some real luck we've got there. Quickly dunk this. I need to keep an eye on the restoration timer. It is at ×6. Restoration, radiation, ×7. That is actually what killed me last time, as I've alluded to already. I was through a damage phase already, and I was onto my second damage phase, and I just got surrounded and died to that, which is quite frustrating to get through a damage phase and get this far into a solo flawless only to lose it to that. But here we are, so let's run through to the other room. I've stopped bothering shooting these. I find them easy enough to just avoid. I tend to destroy those if I'm running with people. I don't want to be the guy to set off the slowing trip mine. Okay, pick up some more restoration here. Get him out of my way. I'm back to 8 seconds, which is fine enough. Need to keep an eye on that radiation as well. What have I done? I didn't pick up red buff. That's fine. I'm just going to take a second to get some healing back. And we go again. So it looks like I missed it. That's fine. Missed my hammer as well, which is a good start. But that's fine. We can. There are a couple of safe spaces here before the enemies show up. Boss actually can't hit you here if you're standing still, so you can just take a second. I need to dunk that there, so I'm going to shoot that one last. So I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 3, and I have a little duck again. Okay, and we've got loads of time, so now I am going to shoot that and get this dunked. If I don't get stuck on everything and lose all my jumps up. And the yellow buff is just below, which is nice, and let's just keep an eye on my health. Okay, so it's that guy, that's nice, so I'm going to chuck down a healing nade because it's getting a bit real here, and the radiation's ticking up as well, which is a bit of a pain. Where's he gone? Okay, so radiation's ticking up. That's a bit of a problem. I don't actually need to dunk yellow because this is damage. Okay, so that's that, and we're on to damage phase. I do switch here, so I switch over to Laurely Splendor just for a bit of health, and I switch over to this, but this is also part of my other build, so I need to quickly rip this apart and put together the double arc loader and harmonic dexterity. Cool, so this is dexterity for my subby, just for a bit of free dexterity. The main thing is the loader for this. I'm just going to now preload this with missiles. So you can see in the bottom corner I'm preloading it with 20 missiles. I should have done this at the start so that if I get a heavy brick during this part, I can obviously go ahead and top that up. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to get through all this ammo in one phase. Okay, so I'm going to go through here, kill these guys. Hopefully I get a heavy brick, but again, it's not the end of the world. stop shielding them. Purely doing this for the ammo. Don't need to kill him. You can, if you've got the ammo, you can just run through. Okay, let's go. Any in here, just quickly before I go up? No? Okay, that's fine. So I've seen a couple of things. If you have a well warlock, there is somewhere at the front you can stand, but that is very, very... you take a lot of bullets there. I prefer the spot back here for solo play. You can just jump up here and start wailing on the boss. So, taking all of that health in damage, I have managed to proc my Laurely Splendor. So I have Sol Invictus at the moment going, and then when that runs out, I'm probably going to have to rely on my healing nades. So I'm going to chuck a healing nade now and get this reloaded. This is quite suboptimal, to be honest, what I'm doing here. Get another volley off here. Now I'm going to pop my super as he summons the puppeteers. This glowing guy is the one with the bomb. So now I've got that, I can throw the rest of these at the boss. And then once it says that you can use, or I run out, to be honest, I'm just going to run in this way. Might get another little volley off here. Okay, time to go. It's not a bad phase, not a bad phase so far. I've got 3 missiles loaded. I'll quickly get that topped up. I should have enough to get, you know, one more volley off and get a weaken on. So I'm going to get myself into position first. Not too worried about wasting so much time on the DPS. I'd rather be in a good spot, not to die. So I'm going to go with this. I should get myself up to 20. I'm going to give him a good volley at the end. More puppets. That's times 9. Get over to there. Laurely Splendor's proc now. Now I'm going to put my this as well. Don't know why I'm... Yeah, because I'm out. That's fine. So I'm going to jump down. See if I can get some ammo. If I can. Okay, communes with the anomaly. So time to go. Okay, so looking there, you're probably talking about a 5 phase, 6 phase. But that's fine. And then we're going to switch back over to our... That's not the build, is it? I'm going to switch back over to Syntheseps. There we go. Now we're going to just shoot to loot a little bit and back to it. And that's that. All I need to do is that 5 more times. Can't possibly go wrong. But as you've seen, the main thing to watch out for really is just the... oh dear. I need to get restoration going. That is a big boo-boo on my part there. This could be a run ender. Oh, we're good. That is another thing to remember, is to use your hammer as a Bonk Titan. Yeah, so as I said, the couple of things to remember really is just the radiation is really important to keep an eye on. If you're not keeping on top of that, it will catch you out quite quickly. 20 seconds on my timer here. I should get the hit on these guys. And then get the dunk. And actually, I think I want red over here. I think it correlates to where they spawn in the other room, and that was quite nice last time where the red was. So I'm going to put blue over here. Goodness, I haven't played Bonk Titan in a while. Accuracy is quite off. Okay, so we're looking at 4. Red on the ground. Fire operator and start shooting some cores. Go on the back, through, there, and there. And he's gone. A bit more ammo, that's nice. Make sure I've got rid of operator, and now I've got, again, all the time in the world. And it is just finding these downtime moments in the solo dungeons where you don't have to keep pushing on. Right, you've dunked everything, there's no timers. I can just relax here, I can kill some ads at my own pace, get some ammo, and this time I will actually preload the... I will preload this, get the 20 going. Lovely. So that's 20. Obviously, I'm low on ammo, but I was going to have to use it anyway. You might as well start the fight with a full volley. And hopefully during this, I didn't actually check where the lights were, and of course they're on the other side. So we are going to go for a bit of a run. Kill these dads, might as well try and get some ammo. Yeah, this is not the cleanest run in the world, but, you know, I think it proves a point? I don't think so. An insight into the shenanigans going on in my head, I think, when I do these things. Got a little jump there. All of the catapult lift non-believers showing there. Hey! So red's at the bottom, yellow's at the top. That's fine by me. Let's get going. 1, 2. Let me get this one done. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to shoot this. Dump red, so that I can get rid of red whilst I haven't got all of the duplicates, decoys going. And then pick up yellow in a fairly safe manner. Now, last time I was fairly lucky with the spawns. This time, it's obviously going to be the last guy. Alright, so that's the core. It's fine. And again, there's no rush on the core. You've got a minute. You don't have to prioritize that over radiation. You don't have to prioritize that over anything like being safe. You know, dunk it at your own pace. The rush really is that sector purge countdown that you just saw on the left side there. That starts as soon as red buff is done. So that's the real timer there, because you've got a minute on the bomb, but you're not going to be able to use that whole minute. You're going to really you're going to run out of time way before that. So onwards. I've been quite lucky so far. I mean, at times I've had the radiation puppets literally speak too soon, following me down here, just irradiating me as I go. I was going to say I've been quite lucky and they've stayed out of my way, but obviously, sod's law. They're all over me now, so that's fantastic. Okay, we're going to grab red. We're going to grab red. ×5 radiation, so I need to be a little careful with that. Okay, and I've got time. Again, at this point, you've got time. The only stress really is the actual operator timer. And shooting one of those resets the time. So when I'm ready, which is now, I'm going to go. And I always seem to get this jump wrong. Okay, I'm going to go down. I'm going to pick up some radiation here, but it's kind of unavoidable. Pick up the augment. That's suppressor. That is suppressor. I picked up the wrong augment, and I also now don't have... Oh no. I am having to super, purely because I picked up the wrong thing. And I don't have my grenade now, because I picked up suppressor, which consumes your grenade. I now only have 10 seconds to get this done. So I really needed to find that guy quick, which I've managed to do. ×8, ×9 radiation, and there it's gone. Unfortunate, but that is what it is. You get some shit like that happen, and that's the run over. But yeah, at least I think it's proved the concept of what I'm trying to do. I just stopped concentrating there. I picked up the buff from the wrong side. I honestly just thought that was where yellow was and didn't check. So that's a real shame. But yeah, I'll stop the recording there, and thanks for watching.